Good morning and welcome to Walk Before You Run. Today we're going to walk through Psalm 37 and just a couple of verses there, but the focus will be on 37, 35. I'm going to read 35 first and then I'll go back and include some more. But it says, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. I want to go back to 34. It says, wait on the Lord and keep his ways, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land where the wicked are cut off. Thou shalt see it. So 35 says that he has seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. So he's seen him spread himself and take over a place. And while he does that, it says, wait on the Lord and keep his ways, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. So, this land that the wicked will be cut off from will be this land where he has spread himself, has made riches and uh, build it up. And we don't have to worry because it says, wait on the Lord and he shall exalt you and you shall inherit the land. So now I'm going to read some more about waiting on the Lord. I've been talking about this book for a while now. And so today I'm reading the part that says keeping his ways. And on this particular day, Andrew Murray says these words. He says, if we desire to find a man whom we long to meet, we inquire where the place we inquire where the places and the ways are where he is to be found. So we go out seeking this person and try to find out about him, where he be, what are the things that I need to do to put myself in a position to meet him. It says, when waiting on God, we need to be very careful that we keep his ways. Out of these, we never can expect to find him. So, outside of keeping God's ways and walking in his paths, we can't we can't expect to find him. Thou meetest him that rejoices and worketh righteousness, those that remember thee in thy ways. We may be sure that God is never and nowhere to be found but in his ways, and that there by the soul who seeks and patiently waits, he is always most surely to be found. Wait on the Lord and keep his ways, and he shall exalt thee. How close the connection between the two parts of the injunction, wait on the Lord. That has to do with worship and disposition, and keep his ways, that deals with the walk and the work. So, um, I like this. I like that it says waiting on the Lord. That's when you're worshiping him and your mindset, your heart set. And then it says keeping his ways. That's, are you walking in his way? Are you keeping the word that he has given us? And so it says the outer life must be in harmony with the inner. The inner must be the inspiration and the strength for the outer. It is our God who has made known his ways in his word for our conduct and invites our confidence for his grace and help in our life. If we do not keep his ways, our waiting on him can bring no blessing. The surrender to a full obedience to all his will is the secret of full access to all the blessings of his fellowship. Notice how strongly this comes out in the psalm. It speaks of the evildoer who prospers in his way and calls on the believer not to fret himself. Don't worry about the evildoer. Don't worry about that man who does not walk in God's way and it looks like he is prospering. He has everything you've dreamed of. You don't fret yourself about that. Listen to what Murray says. It says, when we see men around us prosper and happy, while they forsake God's way, ourselves left in difficult or suffering, difficulty or suffering, we are in danger of first fretting at what appears so strange and then gradually yielding yielding to seek our prosperity in their path. So, don't look at it, don't sit down and take your time to wonder about it, because like Murray said, you'll start looking at it. At first you'll be thinking, I wouldn't do that. But the more you look at, the more you ponder on it, you'll start persuading yourself to take those risks. And you know in the words of Deacon Taylor, I just cannot afford to do those things. The psalm says, fret not thyself, trust in the Lord and do good. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Depart from evil and do good. The Lord forsakes not his saints. The righteous shall inherit the land. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. And then follows, the word occurs for the third time in the psalm: wait on the Lord and keep his ways. Do what God asks you to do. God will do more than you can ask him to do. I want to repeat that because that's so significant. He says, do what God asks you to do. God will do more than you can ask him to do. And let no one give way to the fear. I cannot keep his ways. It is this that robs us of our confidence. It is true, you have not the strength yet to keep all his ways, but keep carefully those for which you have received strength already. Surrender yourself willingly and trustingly to keep all God's ways in the strength which will come in waiting on God. Give up your whole being to God without reserve and without doubt. He will prove himself God to you and work in you that which is pleasing in his sight through Jesus Christ. Keep his ways as you know them in the word. Keep his ways as nature teaches them, in always doing what appears right. Keep his ways as providence points them out. Keep his ways as the Holy Spirit suggests. Do not think of waiting on God while you say you are not willing to walk in his path. That's an impossibility. You're not waiting on God if you're not walking in his path, you're just wasting time. However, Murray says, however weak you feel, only be willing, and he, God, who has worked to will work to do by his power. Wait on the Lord and keep his ways. It may be that the consciousness of shortcomings and sin makes our text look more like a hindrance than a help in waiting on God. Let it not be so. Have we not said more than once the very starting point and groundwork of this waiting is utter and absolute impotence? Why then not come with everything evil you feel in yourself, every memory of unwillingness, unwatchfulness, unfaithfulness, and all that causes such unceasing self condemnation? Put your trust in God's omnipotence and find in waiting on God your deliverance. Your failure has been owing to only one thing, and that thing is that you sought to conquer and obey in your own strength. Come and bow before God until you learn that He is the God who alone is good and alone can work any good thing. Believe that in you and all that nature can do, there is no true power. Be content to receive from God each moment the inworking of His mighty grace and life, and waiting on God will become the renewal of your strength to run in His ways and not be weary, to walk in His paths and never faint. Wait on the Lord and keep His ways will be command and promise in one. My soul, wait thou only upon God. Okay, that's day 12. And I don't have anything better that I can add than what Andrew Murray has said. Enjoy your day. Remember to walk before you run, and always, always remember that you are blessed so you can be a blessing to someone else. I'll see you next time.